First you are arguing the symbol matter.
No, I'm arguing the disqualification matter. Yes. And in terms of that cross-voting, well, as we suspected that Eknath Shinde's faction was responsible for it, that 31 MLAs, Malas, shifted to Surat. And the speaker marked that copy to the governor. And having marked that copy to the governor said, now let's have a floor test. We wanted a stay. The stay was not granted. Then we resigned. And Mullah's, the floor test took place and they came to government. Well, it's like this. You get elected on symbol A, you move to another party, you come to parliament on symbol B, and it is upheld. This has serious consequences on the very concept of representative democracy. Well, there are two sets of petitions. One is qua disqualification. The other is the allotment of the symbol. Before we go into that, let me give your lordships a bird's eye view of what the issues are and why we are here, Mulaj. Mulaj, Bala Sahab died in 2012. And Mulaj, in 2013, Mulaj, Uddhav Thackeray became the Paksh Pramukh of Shiv Sena. And Mulaj, the organizational structure of the Shiv Sena was set up at that point in time. And that organizational structure was amended in 2018. And Mulaj, in terms of that, as your lordship knows, Uddhav fought the election. And Eknath Shinde was part of that. In fact, he was a group leader. In 2019, Mulaj, the election we won and he became a minister. Then, Mulaj, what happened was that there was an election of an MLC, in terms of which, Mulaj, some cross-voting took place. And suddenly, Mulaj, 31 members.
Election of? You were saying election of?
MLC, Mulaj. MLC, some cross-voting took place, Mulaj. I'm just giving your lordships a brief idea as to what we are dealing with. Some cross-voting took place, Mulaj. And in terms of that cross-voting, Mulaj, we suspected that Eknath Shinde's faction was responsible for it. But suddenly we found, Mulaj, one particular day, Mulaj, that 31 MLAs, Mulaj, shifted to Surat. And from there they went to Guwahati, all of them together. And Mulaj, that means only the MLAs passed a resolution that we remove the whip, which is Sunil Prabhu, from the party, in the legislature. We appoint somebody else, Gogavale, as the whip. And we remove and we proclaim ourselves to be the leader. And Mulaj, this resolution was passed by them only with the 31 MLAs. That 31 MLAs became 39 Mulaj. And when this happened, they informed the speaker about this change, Mulaj, that 31 MLAs had executed. And the speaker marked that copy to the governor. And having marked that copy to the governor said, now let's have a floor test. Well, we said, how can this be? These are only legislators. How can they act on behalf of the party? The Paksh Pramukh is Uddhav, Mulaj. The governor, Mulaj, immediately called a floor test. As your lordship knows, at that point in time, Mulaj, we wanted a stay. The stay was not granted. Then we resigned. Yes. And Mulaj, the floor test took place and they came to government. So the fundamental question that arises for your lordships in the lordship's case, can a member or some members of the legislative party proclaim themselves to have the powers of the party under the constitution, remove the whip in the legislature, appoint themselves, go to the governor, proclaim that this has happened because that they are the party, whether that falls foul of the law or not? Whether they can be disqualified on this ground alone. Why? Because your lordships have held in several cases that a person can be disqualified if the conduct of the such person from the circumstances of the case is that he has voluntarily given up membership of the party. Now, these circumstances that I will show to your lordships, and briefly I have told your lordships, obviously, Mulaj, I mean, it goes without saying without anything more, that a legislative agglomeration of 10, 13, 15, and this is happening now daily. Daily, Mullahs, people are proclaiming themselves, moving. Well, it's like this. You get elected on symbol A, you move to another party, you come to parliament on symbol B, and it is upheld. This has serious consequences on the very concept of representative democracy. It has serious consequences on the future of our polity. And Mullahs, your lordships, with the greatest respect, Mullahs must decide this matter, because this is happening on a daily basis. One, and Mullahs, now see the complication. This matter was moved in 2023. We're in 2026. In the meantime, new elections have been held. They have been elected. Had this petition been heard, Mullahs, this government could not have been formed. The Shinde government would not have been formed had the matter been heard. And everything that is...
That, Mr. Sibal, you should take care of that to argue the matter. How many times you have been speaking?
But I have never asked for a date. I have never asked for a date. I have never asked for a date. Whereas your lordship may take it.
Not Mr. Sibal, but from your side, the adjournments have been sought.
No, my lord, I'm sorry, my lord. We have never asked for an adjournment. Only on the last occasion, my lord.
Another underlying factor that Mr. Sibal is ignoring, that your contention will be accepted. The government not being formed validly is dependent on two issues. That the lease is heard and the lease is declared in your favor.
Well, it can't be otherwise.
So,
Well, I'm just saying, if you look at the 10th schedule, it can't be otherwise. I mean, and this is happening, Mullah. Somebody gets elected from West Bengal, joins a party, Mullah, somewhere in the northeast, then becomes a member of that party on which he never fought an election, which party had no representation in parliament. Somebody happens to be elected from Delhi. Only the legislative members joined. Nothing happens to the party. He is now representing a party on which he never fought the election. Now, if this is upheld, this is constitutional harakiri. This is the most undemocratic steps that with the greatest respect, no court will countenance. Because the foundation of democracy is representative form of government. Represented means that you represent a political party on the basis of which you've got a symbol, on the basis of which you got elected. That's representative democracy. You can't represent another party in parliament not having fought on that symbol and then claim that you are the party. So that's the issue. We're talking about the consequences, we leave that out. That's on the disqualification part. Then the question of symbol. Now, what happens thereafter is that they move the election commission on the 19th of July. This all happens in June. All these events take place from the 21st of June onwards. The floor test is in early July, 4th of July. And they formed the government. On the 19th of July, they moved the election commission. I'm just barely giving your lordships the flavor of the matter. On the 19th of July, they go to the election commission and they claim that they are the party. The election commission looks at all this and the election commission says, we are not going to look at the organizational structure because the other side contended that the 2018 constitution, which amended the 1999 constitution, the election commission said, we don't have a copy of the constitution. We don't have a copy of your constitution, so we're not going to look at it. Even though both sides have been appointed under the 2018 constitution. No, what happened was we gave the new office bearers, and according to us, I agree. I'm just explaining, I'm explaining. Your lordship is right. According to us, we wrote to them on several occasions when new office bearers were appointed. And along with that, we gave the amended constitution. But in that letter, we did not mention that annexed is the amended constitution. Election Commission took the position, it's not with us. But both sides, were claiming their rights under the 2018 constitution. Both sides. Elections were held under the 2018 constitution. 2018 itself, he was appointed Eknath Shinde group leader under the 2018 constitution. Now the election commission says, I won't look at it. And your 1999 constitution is undemocratic. We just see what is happening. Is undemocratic. So we will not look at your constitutional structure. They are a majority in the legislature. And on the basis of that, they are the party. That's the second part. Right? That's what they said. Now, in the Shiv Sena matter before this court, in the constitution bench said that the political party is different from the legislative party. In Subhash Desai. That's constitution bench. That the legislative party is different from the political party, which is why Sunil Prabhu, who was the whip, could not have been removed by them. It's finding. Gogavale could not have been appointed by them. He could not have proclaimed. Because you can't, as a legislative party or a group thereof, don't claim to be the political party. That's found normally in Subhash Desai. So, how can then the election commission only look at the legislative party and say that they are the party? The result was we lost the symbol. So that's the second issue, second petition that is before your lordships. Now I can take your lordship through all the list of dates. Yes. After the passing away of Balasaheb Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray was unanimously elected as the Shiv Sena Paksh Pramukh in the organizational elections held in the year 2013. This is not denied by them that I was the Paksh Pramukh. And under the 1999 constitution, I am not the Paksh Pramukh. Because there is no Paksh Pramukh, because at that time, Balasaheb was alive. He was the Pramukh. So the results of the organizational elections are available on the website of the Election Commission. Now, kindly see the website of the Election Commission, page 41, volume 3, page 41. This is a convenience volume which we've given to your lordships, This is 28th of January, and this is on the website of Shiv Sena, of the Election Commission. Shiv Sena's party office bearers election program was declared on 17th December 2012 by election officer so-and-so, and nominations were invited to the post of Shiv Sena Paksh Pramukh, National Executive, Shiv Sena leaders and deputy leaders. The last date of receiving nominations was 3 p.m. on 12th January. There was no nomination form received to the post of Shiv Sena Paksh Pramukh. 9 forms received for the post of Shiv Sena leaders of total, and 21 forms were received to the post of deputy leaders. All these forms were scrutinized on the 15th of January 2013 as stipulated in the election notice and were found to be in order and declared valid by the election officer. Election to the above posts were held on 23rd January at Shiv Sena Bhavan. Nobody disputes this. As per the program declared by the election notice, all the candidates were declared elected, and the election results were announced, declared, and forwarded to that. And your lordship will see at page 42, January 13 to January 18, Uddhav is the Paksh Pramukh, and Sunil Prabhu at the bottom are these deputy leaders. And this is sent by the secretary, and this is accepted. So, the election commission knows, there is no way the 1999 constitution, the election commission is quite aware because there was no Pramukh. There was only a Pramukh there. Anyway, and they never asked us, look, how do you do this? There's a new organizational structure. There must be a new constitution. Where is your new constitution?
Just for one clarification. First, you are arguing the symbol matter.
No, I'm arguing the disqualification matter. Yes. This is the leadership structure, Now kindly come to the next date. That is 23rd of January 2018 to 27th February 2018. Similarly, in the organizational elections held on 23rd of January 2018. I showed your lordship the 2013. This is now 2018. Uddhav Thackeray was unanimously elected Shiv Sena Paksh Pramukh. Results of organizational elections were communicated to the Election Commission, white letter dated 27/2/2018. This letter is available on the website of the Election Commission. Eknath Shinde was nominated as Shiv Sena leader by the Paksh Pramukh in 2018. Organizational elections. He consequently became member of the Rashtriya Karyakarani The Shiv Sena party leadership is duly reflected in the letter of 27/2/2018. Speaker in the, let's leave that out. Let us kindly see the document now, which is at page 45 of that very compilation that is before your lordships. Page 45, and I'll read that. Organizational elections of Shiv Sena were conducted on 23rd of January 2018 at Mumbai, and the information regarding the designations and names of party office bearers sought by your office, Election Commission of India, is being enclosed herewith in format for your record. Kindly, and see, Malas, now who is elected. Paksh Pramukh is elected, and then 282 people attended, and then an extra 2, your lordships will find, page 48, Eknath Shinde is a group leader. Nominated by Paksh Pramukh. Right, Bharat? Now, this is in 2018. No dispute on that. They accept there's a new organization. It's the Paksh Pramukh who has nominated him. Election Commission does not dispute it. Neither do they. But Election Commission says that constitution is not with me. Therefore, 2018 goes, I will not recognize that. When there is no dispute between us. Of the above conclusions, I find that the leadership structure of Shiv Sena reflected in the letter of 27th February, which I just read to you, right? Available on the website of the ECI, is the relevant leadership structure. So he accepts it. Relevant leadership structure, which has to be taken into account for the purposes of determining which faction is the real political party. The question whether which faction is the real party is discernible from the 2018 leadership structure is discussed in paragraph 112 to 131 of the present order. And he says the leadership structure so determined as the relevant leadership structure for the purposes of these disqualification petitions are hereby referred to. And in those paragraphs, he says, I don't have the constitution, so I won't recognize any of this. I'll come to that later, but I'm just indicating your lordships. Here he accepts everything. Then come to the next date, Mullahs, which is 4/4/2018. Page Mullahs, 4/4/2018, Mullahs, my list of dates. Serial number 3 of the list of dates. On the 4th of April 2018, a further communication was sent to the Election Commission of India containing details of the organizational elections held on 23/1/2018 and also the amendments carried out to the party constitution. The amended constitution also was amended to the communication, which he denies. And your lordships will find that, now, so that we can show that, page 49 of 3C, which volume your lordship already has. Yes. So your lordship already has. This is this letter, Mullahs, on the 4th of April. Your lordships will find it on the top right-hand side. And Mullahs, the starting towards the end of the page, after the election procedure, page 50, page 50. On the right-hand top, you will find the date 4th of April. And at the bottom of that page, you will find the paragraph starting after the election procedure was completed. So after the election procedure was completed and newly elected national executive resumed on the dais, Shiv Sena Paksh Pramukh Uddhav Thackeray co-opted 4 leader and 12 deputy leaders under his discretionary powers as per article so-and-so of the constitution of the party. So they refer to the constitution of the party. Election Commission doesn't say, I don't have it. In 2018, the list of names of 4 leaders and 12 co-opted deputy leaders is also attached herewith for your record. Also, please find copies attached of the election procedure in Balkishan Joshi, advocate so-and-so. And now you will find, Mullahs, that in the structure, which is at page 52, Eknath Shinde is declared as one of the leaders. He is serial number 4 at page 52. Same thing as earlier, Mullahs. So that's so. Now come back to the list of dates, Mullahs. Speaker has said. Yeah, it's better I show what the speaker has said, which is volume 3D, page 68.
3D, no?
3D, page 68. Well, that's the order of the speaker. Para 96. My Lord has it. My Lord Justice Bakshi has it.
Yes.
After having considered the submissions advanced by both the parties on the question as to which is the relevant constitution for the purpose of determination of the primary issue, I have come to the following conclusions. As per Honorable Apex Court, if both the factions have submitted different versions of the Constitution, not true. They are appointed under the 2018. We have given 2013, 2018. We say under the Constitution they have been appointed. So where is the question? As per Apex Court, if both the factions have submitted different versions of the Constitution, then in that case, what has to be taken into account is the Constitution which was submitted to the ECI with the consent of both parties before rival factions emerged. But he was nobody under the 1999 Constitution. Before recording further conclusions, I find it imperative to reiterate that pursuant to the initiation of these disqualifications, the Maharashtra Legislative Secretariat, while later dated 7th June 2023, requested Office of Election Commission of India to provide a copy of the party constitution and regulations of Shiv Sena political party, which have been submitted to the Election Commission of India and stand effective as on 21st of June. It is also pertinent to mention that in the said letter, it was specifically requested to the Election Commission of India that copies of all subsequent amendments, if any, to the Constitution be also provided. In response to the letter, Election Commission of India, while letter dated that, provided a copy of the Constitution and rules of Shiv Sena as available on the records of the Commission. After further, with respect to the amendments to the said Constitution, Election Commission requested Legislature Secretariat to refer to order dated 17th February 2023, passed by ECI in dispute number such and such. Having perused the same, it has to be noted that the copy of the Constitution of Shiv Sena provided by the ECI does not bear any date or year, but as per the ECI, that which is provided wide there replies the only Constitution of Shiv Sena available on the record of the ECI with respect to the amendments, if any, to the said Constitution. The Election Commission wide order dated so-and-so has held in para so-and-so that the amended Constitution of 18 is not on the record of the Commission. What is, how are they concerned with it? We went to the Commission agreeing that this Constitution or under this organizational structure, he was appointed by me. And if both parties are ad idem, that their appointment, the appointment was done by me, Maharaj, where is the question of saying I don't find that Constitution on my website? Thus, the petitioner's submission that the Constitution of 18 has to be taken into account cannot be accepted, as I am bound to follow the directions of the Apex Court and accordingly take into account the Constitution, what the Election Commission has provided. In my jurisdiction under the 10th schedule, I cannot delve into any other factors while deciding which is the relevant Constitution. As prima facie, it is evident the record of the ECI, the 1999 Constitution, is the which was submitted by the ECI. So, Maharaj, that's the logic of the learned speaker. Now, let's come back to the list of dates, Maharaj.
We continue on Tuesday, Mr. Sudha.
Yes, very good. Date you back.
We can do one favor.
Yes.
Prepare a convenient compilation
Yes.
for say document 3D to 5D. Please.
All right, we'll do that.
Have one compilation.
Certainly, we'll do that.
That will help.
Make it easier, Maharaj.
It will make it easier for you and definitely for us.
Yes, certainly, Maharaj. Deeply obliged.
तो दोस्तों, माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट में शिव सेना और तीर कमान की यह लड़ाई अब अपने आखिरी दौर में पहुंच चुकी है। कपिल सिब्बल के इन तीखे तर्कों के बाद अब सबकी नजरें कोर्ट के आखिरी अंतिम फैसले पर टिकी हुई हैं। आपको क्या लगता है, क्या उद्धव ठाकरे को उनकी पार्टी का निशान वापस मिलेगा या बाजी एकनाथ शिंदे के हाथ रहेगी? अपनी कीमती राय कमेंट्स बॉक्स में जरूर साझा करिए। जय हिंद दोस्तों।